All right, shalom, shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash, devil unto the apostle and elders of great millstone. And say, test your brothers, pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity. And I'm going to call this, be careful how you respond or talk to a brother, especially when he going through his affliction. So, I'm gonna call it, be careful how you respond to a brother going through something. All right, because, you know, and you gotta be really mindful, extremely mindful, so like it. How, because a brother may just be going through something because the Lord is just trying them, having a moment and trying them. Maybe it's a moment to where, the Lord is like, have you considered, this person, this brother, that brother? Maybe the brother just having this moment. Maybe it ain't that the brother did anything wrong or anything offensive or anything at all. Maybe it's just his time to suffer. Maybe that's the case. And maybe you should watch your mouth and be really careful on how you respond. And the best thing to do is just comfort the brother. Now, they really teach you, I'm not gonna mention the brother, but it's a brother here, he been going through it, and I try my best to comfort him and not be more grievous, and add more affliction to him than what he going through, because me myself, I don't want nobody pissing me off more if I'm going through some shit neither. So Yahweh Shema Shai will fuck you up for that, because Job's friends, the Lord's gonna kill him for it, So this Job 42, I'm gonna start at 7. And it was so that after Yahweh had spoken all these words to Job, Yahweh said unto Eliphaz the Temanite, my wrath is kindled against thee and against thy two friends, for ye have not spoken of me the things that is right, as my servant Job has. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and for my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have spoken of me the thing which is right, which ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, like my servant Job. So basically the counsel that they was giving Job was off, because the things that they was saying was right, but in Job's situation it wasn't. They was basically telling Job, any man being born, innocent, and like, nigga, you deserve, is the Lord not gonna accept the righteous? So they was judging him from a standpoint of, nigga, he wouldn't be doing this to you for no reason, or you got to be going through this for something. And the real something was, the Lord was really just trying him. That's really what it was. He had a bet with his son. God damn it. And he wanted to flex. Like, look, he ain't going nowhere. Watch. You know what I'm saying? And really the Lord was flexing. There ain't nobody like him. I made him different. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful. And then they had to come to Job, apologize, because I'm pretty sure that was a part of it. Because you got to go to him with your sacrifice They had to apologize, and Job had to send up prayer for him. Because we got to remember, the scriptures say, offend not one of my little ones. All right, so we gotta remember that. So this is Sirach 4. I'm gonna start at 1. My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Now, when you read Job, in so many words, Job called them some bullshit ass friends. I'm like, nigga, what type of friends is y'all, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Because you see Job at that moment was made poor. He lost all his wealth. His kids died. Job didn't even want to talk, because he was going through so much shit. And then your friends come around and add to your bullshit, hey, look, you don't want to hear when you catching something from your friends, but you got to be doing something. You got to be, nigga, wicked. You must be a wicked nigga. The Lord ain't finna, man. You don't want to deal with that, man. And you are already dealing with shit. So when a brother going through something, man, just comfort the brother, especially you women, because a lot of you women, there's a reason. Hey, look, we said this a long time. There was a reason why, Satan left Job woman, because she told him in the beginning, when he was catching the first thing, when he cursed the Lord and died. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, look, every wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. Then he cussed her out. Hey, shut up. You sound like the common women. You sound like a regular bitch. You know what I'm saying? He cussed her ass out. Shut your ass up, woman. In so many words, And you women, you got men, you got prophets as your husband, and you add more sorrow to his motherfucking. Y'all around him every day. That's why I talk about a woman that would not comfort her husband. Y'all the worst. All right? It says, add not more trouble to a heart, which is a mind. Your mind, because the word there is la, that is vexed, and nor deferred not to give him that is in need. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. Right? So you don't want to make a brother mad to the point he like, man, Lord, this brother, man, I don't know. And sometimes you ain't got to say nothing. It can be, the brother can be trying to hold his peace and you tweaking, and he just do one of them grunts, like, the Lord hear that, man. All right? How about Shemau Shai hear all that? We got angels that's in there around us that's giving account for everything. We got to be careful. We got to be really extremely careful how we deal with one another. All right? Yeah, you get on a brother for brother doing, like, if you know for sure the brother done did some bullshit, that's different. If you know for sure the brother, or he came to you and revealed something and now he getting jacked up, hey, that's another thing. Or if a brother actually was, did some bullshit, that's different. But if a brother it's just his turn and he going, woe is me, hey, look, just be that shoulder to cry on. Hey, brother, we all want to get out of here. It's rough on all of us. Stay, just keep praying to Yahweh Shemau Shai. Try to ease the brother, and buy him a drink, buy him some wine, buy him some, whatever, But to add to it, you know, we got to be careful, and that's just something that was just on my spirit, man. I was reading Job, and it was like, damn, man, I just got to be more careful, because you just never know. And I don't want I don't want Yahweh Shema Shah to jack me up, personally for, the brother could just be going through a Job moment. So with that, I just hope it's edifying. Want to give all praise and honor glory to Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashar Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, brothers, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity. Shalom and the Bible above.